Hi there, YouTube. I'm sitting here with a giant cup of I'm surrounded by fucking idiots. And it is sometimes quite true when you are online, especially these days, that you are surrounded by fucking idiots. My main page on Facebook has been falsely flagged into 30-day ban again. So I'm on my secondary page. And the name of that I won't reveal here because, then that will probably get falsely flagged too. The problem for me with this is that my personal social network is very much on Facebook. And that's where me and my mates and acquaintances and best friends, we talk about when we get to meet and where we meet and when we meet and all that kind of stuff. And it's very frustrating to get locked out of that. Especially for me, being an introvert, I don't move out of my apartment much. And when I do, it is to be with my friends. And I'm sort of hindered in that for a while. And I'm vaping. A little over 2 years now. I stopped smoking. I smoked around 50-60 cigarettes a day, and I stopped 2 years ago and went to vaping. Somebody said that it looks like I'm sucking dick on R2-D2. I don't care. This is good. And it tastes good, actually. Well, you got a primary going on over there with caucus and everything, and it's not going very well, is it? I mean, Arizona. What the fuck is up with that? Voter fraud? People who can't get parking spaces for the handicapped, and voting registration getting changed so people's ID is not the same as the name on the voter registration card and shit like that. And what's up with this? You have to register as a Republican voter or Democrat voter? I thought that in a democracy your vote was supposed to be a secret. I mean, that direction there is east. In that direction, there used to be a union of countries called the USSR, the Soviet Union. In the Soviet Union, you had one party, and who you voted for were no secret. That way is West. That way is United States of America. Why are your votes not a secret? If you register as a Republican voter and you're standing in the voting booth and you change your mind and you figure you'll vote for Bernie Sanders, what the fuck, then you can't, because you registered already as a Republican voter, so your vote is like poof. Or does it go to the Republican Party? This whole voter registration idea I don't get. Here in Denmark, you don't have to register to vote. You're a Danish citizen, you turn 18, you can vote. It's as simple as that. In some countries, I think it's Australia, you're obligated to vote. You can actually be fined for not voting. But we don't have that here. There's no force here. And even though there's no force here, 87% voted at the last parliament election here in Denmark. 87%. 87%. That's an 8 and a 7. For the mayoral elections here, around 78% usually votes. We don't think that's so important anymore, since the governments for the last 15 years has been fucking over the whole system of municipalities being independent. So most of the policies, especially the economic policies in the municipalities, are dictated from the parliament. Much like it was in the Soviet Union, now that I come to think of it. It's kind of strange that with this whole neolibertarian austerity policies that we are looking more and more like communist dictatorships, even in the United States of America. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I mean, you got this whole Patriot Act thing going on where people can be monitored by law enforcement, federal or municipal or whatever state, without even being suspected of doing shit. That's much like it was in the DDR, the Deutsche Demokratische Republik, before the wall fell under Stasi. So, my dear fellow human beings who are Americans and Danes who are watching this, why do we allow this shit to happen? Why don't we just fucking stop this bull crap? I mean, come on. There has to be others than me that want to stick their neck out and say, stop this shit. I'm surrounded by fucking idiots. Coffee. Coffee is good. So yeah, what's up with the democracy over there on the other side of the pond in the United States of America? And why is I the one who has to ask these questions? I don't even live there. Well, Aaron and I was here visiting in the weekend, and we talked a lot about what's going on in the United States of America, and especially around this whole Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and whatnot. So all I can really say is get off your ass. Go vote and vote forever, whoever. Vote for Bernie. We here in Europe wants to see Bernie win because our politicians, as I stated before, are inspired by the policies that your politicians are doing, especially your president. So that's why we want Bernie. We are being very selfish about that. It will help you too. You might even get, I don't know, free education, free healthcare if you vote for Bernie. So that might be a good thing for you, you know. You have to think about who is it that don't want you and your children to have a free education? Who is it that don't want you to be knowledgeable and to be able to think critically? Ask yourself that question. Peace and don't